Discover mammoth national parks, dynamic Maori culture, world-class surfing, skiing, cycling, and skydiving. Experience the vast mountain chains, steaming natural geysers, volcanoes, deeply indented fjords, and lush rainforests. This country can be mellow or action-packed, but it's always epic. Let's take a journey together to one of the natural wonders on Earth. New Zealand. Kia ora. Today, we will talk about New Zealand from north till south, taking in all the best experiences. In the North Island you'll discover beautiful beaches, kauri forests, caves and phenomenal geothermal activity. Learn about Maori culture and history. In the South Island, the emphasis is on grand mountain scenery, adventure activities, historic architecture, and wildlife encounters. But first let's take a look at some basic facts about New Zealand. New Zealand is an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, just a bit down south to Australia. The capital city is Wellington, which is in the southernmost part of North Island. New Zealand dollars is the official currency. It has 3 official languages: English, Maori, New Zealand Sign Language. New Zealand has just 5 million people, which is almost 4 times less than just the population of Delhi. New Zealanders are nicknamed as Kiwis, thanks to their official national bird and animal, which is a kiwi bird. They are known for their fierce, all-black rugby, which is their national sport. Also, they have won more Olympic gold medals per capita than any other country. The first people to arrive in New Zealand were ancestors of the Maori, the local tribe, from Polynesia around 1400 AD. They discovered New Zealand as they explored the Pacific, navigating by the ocean currents and winds. And the first European to arrive in New Zealand was the Dutch explorer, Abel Tasman, in 1642. The name New Zealand comes from the Dutch New Zeeland. In 1841, New Zealand became a British colony. In 1853, only 12 years after the founding of the colony, the British Parliament passed the New Zealand Constitution Act 1852 to grant the colony's settlers the right to self-governance. Geographically, New Zealand is divided into 2 main lands: North Island and South Island. Let's talk of North Island first. Approximately 76% of New Zealand population lives in the North Island, Auckland being the largest city. We will take you through some of the best known places in New Zealand, starting from the top of North Island and going down the south. Northland. Northland is a timeless place of new beginnings. It was here that the Maori explorer Coop arrived on his wooden canoe to discover New Zealand. You can start by visiting the Cape Ranger, which is the northernmost tip of the country. In the beautiful Bay of Islands, you can take a boat cruise, view the dolphins, dive, fish or just relax in the sun. Be sure to visit Waitangi Treaty Grounds, one of New Zealand's most significant historic sites. It is where the Treaty of Waitangi was signed in 1840, between the British Crown and more than 500 Maori chiefs. The treaty agreed the terms by which New Zealand would become a British colony. This is the best place to learn about Maori culture and history. Auckland. Auckland is New Zealand's most populous city and is a multicultural hub of food, music, arts and culture. Also known as Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland sprawls over volcanic hills and around twin harbours, offering an exhilarating mix of natural wonders and urban adventures. Auckland also has the largest number of boats per capita than any other city in the world. One can experience 360-degree sky tower bungee jumping thrill. It is the tallest tower in Southern Hemisphere. Auckland has a very diverse landscape, like one can find black sand beaches on the west coast, while golden sand beaches on the eastern coast. One can choose from dozens of island hopping. One of them is Rangitoto Island, just a 25-minute ferry ride from downtown Auckland, is the region's most iconic volcano, and a favorite day trip destination for visitors, hikers and bird watchers. Waitomo Caves. Well known for its underground wonders, black sand surf beaches and rolling green hills, the Hamilton Waikato region. Drive east and visit Hobbiton movie set, the amazing hobbit-sized village created for the movies, well known for the movie The Lord of the Rings. Discover an ancient world 30 million years in the making, and marvel at Mother Nature's light display as you glide silently through the starry wonderland of the glowworm grotto. Experience the serene ambience as you enter this galaxy of tiny living lights. The glowworm is unique to New Zealand, making the Waitomo Glowworm Caves an absolute must-do. The Waitomo Glowworm Caves are made up of 2 levels. The upper being dry and decorated with stunning, delicate cave formations, and the lower level consisting of stream passages and glowworms. Rotorua. Rotorua is known for bubbling mud pools, shooting geysers and natural hot springs, as well as showcasing fascinating Maori culture. You'll know you've arrived in the city of Rotorua when you see and smell the geothermal steam plumes of Waikato. It is home to 18 freshwater lakes, and also renowned for cycling and mountain biking adventure. One can experience the Maori culture and villages, hiking and mountain biking, and world-famous natural geothermal steaming wonders. One cannot forget a hangi feast cooked in the steaming ground at an authentic pre-European Maori village. Taupo. Taupo was created nearly 2,000 years ago by a volcanic eruption so big it darkened the skies in Europe and China. Visit the craters of the moon, and you'll see evidence of the lake's fiery birth in the geysers, steaming craters, and boiling mud pools. Just north of Taupo, you'll find New Zealand's most visited attraction, the magnificent Huka Falls, where more than 220,000 litres of water thunder over the cliff face every second. Taupo is a great lake for water skiing, sailing and kayaking. The Maori rock carvings at Mine Bay, which can only be seen from the water, make for a great boat trip or kayaking excursion. The forests surrounding the lake offer hiking and mountain biking to suit all levels of experience. But what Taupo is really known for is fishing. The town of Tarangi has the largest natural trout fishery in the world. Wellington. On way to this little capital city of Wellington, one can get amazing volcanic views of Tongariro National Park. Tongariro became New Zealand's first national park in 1887. Just over 100 years later, the park was awarded dual UNESCO World Heritage status. Offshore from Waikani is Kapiti Island, a nature reserve for close encounters with rare birds. The Kapiti coast is known for its gourmet food, especially cheese. Stop for a bite before carrying on to Wellington. While in Wellington, navigate a maze of street art and coffee shops before taking a tour of the nearby film studios. Other places one can explore are Wellington Cable Car, the House of Parliament, Zealandia Eco Sanctuary, and the Wellington Waterfront. South Island. Wildlife to wineries. Glacial valleys to star-filled skies. The South Island offers adventure in all its forms. No matter which destinations you choose to explore on this long, mountainous island, you'll be constantly open-mouthed before the incredible scenery. Let's explore more about some of these must-visit places in the South Island. Marlborough. Marlborough is about world-famous wines, from New Zealand's largest wine-growing region. One can indulge in wine tours, with tasting and brunches. Bike trails, through the vineyards, including the Wither Hills Mountain Bike Park, Condus Bend and Whites Bay. Kayak or walk the Wairau Lagoon, near the site of New Zealand's first human habitation, and home to 90 species of bird. Christchurch. Fast-changing and funky, Christchurch is the South Island's largest city. After the devastating earthquakes in 2011, Christchurch was rebuilt as a more creative and funky urban centre. Wander through the streets, admiring the colourful street art that tells stories of the city's resilience and spirit. Favourite activities include botanical gardens, biking in the Port Hills, visiting Sumner Beach and exploring the International Antarctic Centre, where you get a taste of unique and breathtaking continent. Learn about the human impact on the continent, the wildlife and ecosystems, and Antarctica's effect on the globe. Brave an Antarctic storm, befriend a husky, mingle with the penguins. Experience Antarctica from all 4 dimensions, and leave with a head full of knowledge. Dunedin. Known as the Edinburgh of New Zealand, Dunedin wears its Scottish heritage with pride. Between the wild coastline of the Otago Peninsula and a dormant volcano, discover this historic New Zealand city. If you are walking through the city, don't forget the Baldwin Street, which holds the record for the steepest street in the world. Take a beautiful, scenic drive to Peninsula Coast Road. Nestled at the foot of Taiaroa Head is the Royal Albatross Centre, the only place in the world on the mainland where you can view northern royal albatross in their natural habitat. While you are here, spend evening watching the penguins. Be sure to stop off at the famous and mysterious Meraki boulders. Scientists explain these boulders as calcite concretions formed about 65 million years ago. Fjordland. The first part is relatively mild farmland, then you'll ease into beech forest near the entrance to the Fjordland National Park. Look for the Avenue of the Disappearing Mountain and the Mirror Lakes. A Milford Sound will be an essential component of your time in Fjordland. This remarkable natural environment features stunning fjords, spectacular waterfalls, and snow-capped peaks. The pristine forest, sheer rock walls and tumbling waterfalls are a breathtaking sight. Sea kayaking is an active way to explore this region. You can also cruise or sail the clear, glacial waters of Lake Tianau, the South Island's biggest lake. Fjordland has been given the walking capital of the world name for its world-famous walking's tracks. 3 of New Zealand's 9 great walks are located in Fjordland. The Milford Track is New Zealand's most famous walk. It has been thrilling travellers for more than 100 years. Queenstown. This is the adventure capital of New Zealand. Queenstown sits on the shore of crystal clear Lake Wakatipu, among dramatic alpine ranges. It's the place to source almost any kind of adventure, including bungee, jet boating, horse trekking, rafting and river surfing. Bungee jumping was a gift from New Zealand to rest of the world. If you are looking for a high adrenaline adventure, head here and bike, hike, slide or glide. Fox Glacier and Mount Cook. The main highlight of this region is the world-famous and New Zealand's tallest mountain, Mount Cook. This has been the icon of New Zealand's tourism for many years now. Sir Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest in 1953, was a New Zealander, and he developed his climbing skills here in preparation for the conquest of Everest. Aoraki Mount Cook National Park is home of the highest mountains and the longest glaciers. Mountaineers regard this area to be the best climbing region in Australasia. Nelson. Nelson Tasman is renowned for its stunning natural landscapes, with diverse geography, capturing everything from long golden beaches to untouched forests and rugged mountains. With one of the largest numbers of working artists and galleries in the country, you'll find an array of craftspeople living in the region. Walk the sun-drenched sands of Golden Bay or head inland to Takaka and see the impossibly clear waters of New Zealand's largest freshwater springs. Walk or bike your way through Abel Tasman National Park, or, for a different view, take a sea kayaking tour around the coast and see a seal colony and little blue penguins bobbing in the water. We believe you are much more excited, aware, educated now, and have already decided your date with New Zealand. Oh yes, don't forget, the best time to travel to New Zealand is October to March, which is their summer time. June till August is their winters. Until next time. Kia ora.